reaches out so far, beyond what I can see. How far would I be walking till I reach the end of a path that's to be seen? I would keep thinking, questioning to myself, why do I have to walk this path? Oh, why? I can't seem to find the real meaning to this path that I take fate to accept, and my goal seems so far away. So tell me why I'm here and is not for me. I wonder how does my life go on? Many chances I have seen before, but no more. Somebody knocked on my door. I woke up feeling empty like a hallway, and away the sweet days have passed me by. There's no storm, it won't stop. Better wait more. Just everything about you can't stop myself. Something's just begun. Tell me what I would think about you. Don't go away. I will stay for you. Frustration hit me hard this morning. It's the light of my heart, and all I can see. How much I want to wait for the moment. No place for me at all, and now it's different. Sometimes it's hard for me, but everybody follows what they want. Don't you know? All sweet days have passed me by. There's no storm, it won't stop. Someone told me so. Just everything about you can't stop myself. Something's just begun. Tell me what I would think about you. Don't go away. I will stay for you. I will stay for you.
Hello. Hello, hello. Right. Let's see here. Hello, Paul, Affinity. Christona, thank you for the 5 months. Hello, Veer, my love. Hey, Rin. Hello.
So I said everything about you.
Alright. So, we have a little... This isn't going to be taking too long. This is going to be probably like less than an hour of a scene, but we'll see. It's just more so a chance for the two of them to catch up on things. Afterwards, though, when the scene's done, I will be swapping over to FF16. And we're gonna finally see what the fuck happened in that cutscene. We're gonna see what happens. Cause yeah, we kind of got screwed out of that last time. So, and I want to see what happens. Besides, we gotta progress for reasons, and I want to beat the game eventually. But yeah, so if I'm at the mouth for it. Aw, yeah. I love this song. This song's so pretty. It is a very pretty song. And we're gonna be wanting this one today. Okay. So. Hi, Mashu. Okay. There she is. Well, there's the girl. Hello. So, do you have a world you want to go to?
I may.
Also, you're a lot
I
quieter.
realize it's probably because my microphone. Probably.
I mean, I'll just turn you up. That's not a
Oh
problem.
wait, it's my mic output was low. That's why.
That would do it. Okay.
That would do it, my mic output being low.
Hi, Gran.
Question: are they meeting in the refuge or not? Is the very Bieber question.
I mean, I have maps for the refuge. It's more of would Saya want to get out of bed.
Yes.
Fair.
She's awake.
Okay.
At least she's like, this is an
Hey, Ether.
important talk.
Gran, did you upload? You didn't upload the
She's
other
probably
variants,
had,
right?
like,
Yet, right?
if you count, she's at least a cup of coffee and a cup of tea. She's literally running on the caffeine for it.
Oh my god. So I mean, it's up to you at that point.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I'm on
So
the refuge.
refuge.
I'm
Okay.
good with anything.
Okay.
I wish we had the old map for the refuge.
God, I wish we did too. Fuck. It's something I'm still like looking to see about commissioning for.
Yeah.
Commission.
Make it a place. Make it
Make it a
actual
proper
base
map.
and things like that.
Yeah, make it a proper map.
Mhm.
We could go to the Twilight Sanctum. We could do that. That's an option.
Ooh, yeah, we could.
We could go to the
They-
lake.
They would be safer.
Yeah, we could go to the lake.
Yeah.
I mean, they're safe in both locations. It doesn't matter.
They're both safe in both locations because both of them Shardbearers.
I mean, it's literally Q's
They would
domain.
be safer.
It is literally Q's domain.
Mhm.
So, it's up to you.
Oh God, Nomi shows up. I am okay with the lake, honestly. If it's Q's place, I don't mind.
I don't mind.
I'm good with either or of.
Let's go there
the
then.
Places, because I did say they were going to the refuge, or did say they were going to the refuge or Q's domain, and if
Okay.
they said, I think yesterday they decided on Q's domain.
Like I said, either or works
'Cause
for
we
me.
thought-
So, yeah.
We thought a Twilight session would happen today.
Yeah.
Give Q and Kimmy a break. That's fine.
Exactly.
They could just meet
Yeah.
there and talk and enjoy the time there.
That works. We can do that. We'll go there then. So yeah, they do that. Alrighty, Gwen. Put that there, because I will need that. Also, it looks so good, Gran. I'm really happy. Very happy that I thought that turned out.
I love my controller. I love my controller. I don't like the stick drift.
Okay.
Getting annoying.
If anything, we could do the funny, they come through Sariel's portal.
I could, yeah.
Cause she could have been on the refuge, but I'm down for whichever, so it doesn't matter to me.
I'm good.
Okay. Let's just come through this. It'll be
Don't
easier.
have an invisible
Let's just go this way. It'll be easier.
fucker.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm ready.
There we go. Alright. Alrighty then. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
When you're always coming here, you still get that weird. I don't know if it's just me, but like I think going through different planes at this point is either the most normal thing or still the weirdest thing.
It's. I think I've gotten to the point where I'm used to coming to Q's domain, because for obvious reasons, but.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, going to other
Still.
places is still weird to me still, so.
Like going to a therapist is a whole different weird ballgame. It's weird. For me, for me, I guess you could say I can't use Cinder. I don't feel like the magic's normal there, and I feel like I'm constantly slightly restricted in some weird way. It's odd.
Fair enough.
Not normal.
Haven't been there, so I can't necessarily comment on it.
I go there once in a while with Dad. I haven't been able to go there since I've been there. I've had the little ones. I think that's too much of a risk, and I don't want to put the little ones actually through weird shit. I already do that enough without coming to like different planes in general. But going to a whole different like universe and star is even probably weirder and worse. Plus,
Yeah.
with how I've been.
Hi, Kimmy.
I've been tired a lot and probably tired me.
Hi, Kimmy. Hi, dear.
Really
If you want to have your Cupid say a message to the crystal, by all means, I'll relay it for you.
Because if I drop face first, I could cause damage.
The closest I ever got to visiting that place was when we were asked by Q to go and escort them over. So it's that's the extent.
It's odd. That place is certainly odder. I don't know why Dad certainly loved them, but I can see why he has his life.
I mean,
That's
well,
working
I mean,
out for him.
yeah. I mean, if he's, if he's enjoying his time there, by all means, there's nothing wrong with that.
Which means I miss him more often.
Yeah.
It's an odd feeling of your dad's back, but you feel like he's still missing.
He has his own battles to face.
I know.
Just as we do.
Sometimes, but yeah, more precedence takes to here than there.
I would love that, Kimmy.
I know Sariel has been going once in a while.
We need the full Twilight champion Shardbearers area too, sometime.
Actually, what we recently faced, I actually might home to ask about that. I think Aki said that when we were fighting, it looked familiar to something she spotted. Completely different.
Oh.
She said it looked like something that was, if I remember correctly, Ruda. Though, like she said, it didn't look anything like it. She said that the Garuda she fought was much different. Looked different. Until then, we haven't had copycats of things, especially with a certain Athena still walking around.
I've not heard anything on that hand, but then I've not been actively seeking anything out on that, nor do I particularly want to, so.
Yeah, neither do I. I've said that my battles right now are going to be limited. What I also focus on. When I get back into the adventure side, I probably will be busy as all hell. I'll be missing her.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Hey, I think the little ones will be worth it for it. Just worried of how they'll turn out. They'll be as rambunctious as me. as quiet as Imperial? It's just say.
Regardless of how, what we do know is that they'll have good friends, a good family, and good teachers. That we can guarantee at the very least.
They'll have their parents, which is something I think me and Imperial both at times had lacked. Imperial more than me.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to talk about something else. What has you so worried and what's on your mind?
A lot, to be fair.
The side indicates a lot.
A lot. Oh, it's been... How much did you hear about what happened the past week?
I've heard a lot from the crystal, but I never heard from anything else. Lerock was telling some things, but then again, I haven't been able to talk to him much. Not being much out of that. All I've had as much information as what's been in the crystal. And that's what's worrying me.
That's fair. You remember the deal that we had made with
Yep.
Endless? Okay.
Yep, you told me about that. Did it go south?
No. In fact, it went in a way that we honestly didn't expect. It was held in the Great Dream as the plan, and Sky had apparently rallied the help of one of the big kingdoms that are there, and got enlisted their aid, as long as some of like the Dream's like biggest protectors and stuff and whatnot. No, yeah,
Okay.
because the location that we were going to use was apparently, like, unavailable. Like, I guess it was, like, in a fluctuating state, so they couldn't safely use it. So it had to be done elsewhere, and a location was provided to us by one of the kingdoms. And, well, that's where we held the deal. As such, well, Endless showed up, talked for a little bit, and then the best way to say it is, we handed her the Rubicon. If you remember, Sky and Hax apparently went and talked with the Absolute. And according to what they found, all it seemed like that was needed to be done was just simply give her the Rubicon.
Okay.
So we did. And that's where things got odd. The Rubicon activated, and basically pulled Endless's soul out from her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No.
That's concerning.
Right.
And we never knew that it could do that, did
Nope.
we?
Not at all. So, that happened. Endless's body collapsed onto the ground, and we're wondering, well, what happened? Rachel looked at her, found out that her soul was gone. And then she looked at the Rubicon. It was in the Rubicon. When Rachel attempted, because we were told, or at least what Hax and Sky got told, was simply giving it to the Endless would break the chains. Well, if that was the case, then all we figured was put it back in her hand, and she should be broken. The chains should be broken. Well, when we did that, we got pulled in.
Ooh.
Yeah. We found ourselves in some kind of space. It was red pillars. And then we found Endless there, chained up. Specifically with bindings of what seemed to be a mix of her making and the Absolute's making. Or maybe it was not so much the Absolute, but more so her making. And then the Rubicon basically told us decide her fate. We either free her, or we kill her. And from what it sounded like, we could straight kill her.
'Cause her soul. Oh, this is why people shouldn't fuck around with soul things.
Apologies. The
What?
pure... Q is correcting me.
The
Yes. It was through the pure. It was the information was from the pure, not the Absolute. Though apparently the Absolute doesn't want Q the Endless to be freed because she can basically screw with her plans or something like that.
Yeah. There's some key that the Endless has that can screw around with the Absolute.
Mm-hmm.
Actually.
She's telling me that the chains were of the Absolute, so that's why. So what we saw were the chains of the Absolute on her.
No, I was
And,
about to say, if you
running
had,
through
if you
her.
had said her chains, I'd be like, why would she restrict herself?
No, yeah, no, these were chains that were binding her, and some of them had quite literally punctured through her. Yeah.
What did you?
Hmm?
Cinderwind does that. Cinderwind, I know how that feels. What she said. And you had to decide her fate. So what did you guys all decide?
Well, there was only two options, and we didn't like either option.
Yeah.
So we made a third option.
Okay.
We broke the
No.
chains. Because the first option was literally letting her go, as is. Second option was killing her,
Yeah, no, too
which
much
neither of
risk.
us we wanted to do. Or three,
None of us
we decided, let's see if we can break the chains ourselves. Which we did. Each of them an aspect that of basically fears, doubts, things that were hounding Endless constantly. Her own, for the most part, the vast majority of it was of her own making.
She was tortured then for years by her own
Yes,
fears, doubts, and emotion.
yes.
Jesus. Yeah, Absolute can do that. I would be more risky to question the Absolute or do
It was
anything
more
about
so, a lot of it too was just straight from Endless herself. She was just under Absolute's control. So we set about breaking the chains. Which we did. And afterwards, the Rubicon asked us to make a decision after we had broken the chains. Free her or kill her. We chose her to live. I helped break one of those chains.
That's probably a hard choice for everyone. Since the Endless has done nothing but hurt us. And mess up our heads.
There is still the thing of, it is still a part of Q. It's still an aspect of Q.
The darker side, I guess, that she does not always want to acknowledge, or that it's presented itself and become a being on its own.
Q's fears, her doubts. That's what that one represented. What it still represents. Hey, Wolfie. So, we broke the chains. Lerock was plagued by doubts, both of himself and of Endless's.
With what he told us at Heaven's Reach, especially now, that's probably going to weigh on his head.
Yeah. Dragono and Sky, they also helped to break one. Kotsu broke another. And Rachel and I broke a third at the last. Found out I had a little talent that I could do while inside the dream. Found out I could take my elder brother's appearance. Became a dragon.
If the dream is what you honestly want to see of yourself, make dreams reality, and then...
Yes. The chain I helped break was the fear of being alone. And it brought back very painful memories. I don't suppress them, per se. I don't just choose to think on them. Because it reminds me of that day. But the chain was broken. And when we exited the Rubicon, when Endless woke up, she has shocked, surprised that we even helped her like that. Her entire demeanor changed.
I think maybe she thought you guys, with all she's put you through, would make the wrong decision of killing her. Letting the pain stop, letting it be over.
Yeah. She left shortly after.
Probably needed time. Think.
Yep. And she wasn't under the Absolute's control anymore. And we upheld our end of the bargain, so we have the Rubicon.
And in the end, everything did work out.
Yeah.
It's just what everyone saw probably wasn't the best.
No, it wasn't easy. It still isn't.
Do think now you're not alone. You don't have to be alone unless you ask for it.
I know.
I know what that's like. Those memories, though, do not define how you act now. I may have been alone back then. Things were much worse. But you didn't give up. You didn't let life just take you down, and you didn't want to get up again.
Yeah, no. Still. To lose everything.
It's hard. Whatever. Sometimes you do gain a little. And sometimes the things you lose, you can fix. It may not be perfect. What is in this life?
I know. Just... to lose everything you hold dear for something I didn't even choose to be born with.
I don't know what that's hard to.
But I didn't know for 72 years. I had no idea. Not until the first set of scales started appearing on my body. And having to hide myself for the next 20. And then one day it just all comes crashing down. I'm forced to run. Flee for my life. With no hope of potentially finding a safe haven anywhere nearby. The worst part of it is...
Scary.
The worst part of it is that my own father sent them after me. It was under him that he sent them after me.
Are they still after you? Even now?
Most likely. Though the only chance they would ever have of finding me is if I ever go back to Elysion or not Elysion. I go back to Lunai. And people just start spreading word that I'm around. If I go back to Lunai, I go back to places where I know I can be safe. But even then, I keep myself hidden as much as I can, because I don't know. It is quite likely he is still having them search for me.
Then you don't have to go back by yourself.
True. I usually don't anyways. If I go back to Lunai, I go just to see my siblings.
Still say you should one. Family is a very important thing. Even if this is all because of Dad, which I wouldn't be happy about. You've known that the reason why my family's all fucked up is because of my brother.
Yeah.
If it was my family, I would fight tooth and nail just to see my siblings. It's what I did. It's why I kept looking for Void. Why I still wanted to find Curry for as long as I did.
It is thankfully easy for me to track down my other siblings. But even though we are not blood related, we're not biologically related, we still technically are bound by similar blood in and of itself. Each one of us
You
is...
don't have to be blood to be related.
Yeah. It's definitely something that has helped a lot. The other 5 have taken good care of me.
Because of it. That's why I call other people siblings too. My siblings have not been always the best. The only one that was really great and was there for me even then is Void. And even we've had our complications. That's family. We have rough patches. That's siblings.
True. There are days where we'll have our own confrontations and spats. Doesn't last long. It's kind of hard to stay angry at each other when you realize, well, if I get angry at one of them, the other 5 are just gonna eventually come after me and be like, why?
I think once my brothers were always stronger than me. In strength-wise.
Oh, every single one of my
Fighting them
siblings
is
is a
like
lot
fighting a
stronger than
wall.
me.
Yeah, that's another reason.
You realize that my next
Even-
youngest... The next youngest of us is 350 years older than me. Hello.
Ugh. Oh god, that's...
Yeah.
I'd probably look like a child to them. If I met any of them.
Honestly, they don't see the other races as such. We don't. The elves probably would,
It's good.
but for us,
And
no. But, yes. They have taken good care of me. In fact, if I didn't have them, I probably don't know where I'd be right now. So it has helped.
one day, how about one day we take a trip back to Lanai? As painful as it's going to be, missing your siblings is something I think that is more painful.
As I said, visiting them is easy. I can get to them quite easily. But at some point, I'll be going back to Lanai. That isn't to see them. I have something to reclaim after all.
Your dad. Confront Dad.
It's not much good that will happen with, unfortunately.
Eh.
No, if I go back to Lanai, it is to reclaim two things.
Sword.
My
Nice
sword. And a set of armor. Yes, I had a set of armor. Elven armor is very different than what you would think it is. At least ours
As far as
is.
I've heard, it's also hard. Well, probably hard to come by.
In a way, it is exceedingly lightweight, but also stands up to probably the most durable and of... let's say it's can stand up to a dragon punching you. You're gonna feel it, but it's not gonna break.
That's good armor.
It is.
It's kind of why the arm guards and the leg guards I wear. Those are not normal arm guards and leg guards. They were made specifically from hell. They can take heat and literally distribute to it if I needed it. They can also take a beating. How much I've gotten hit.
But yes, I would want to go and reclaim those items. Something that will not be easy to do.
Then we take some time and plan it out. I don't mind coming. It just would mean I'd be away from kids and husband for a little bit.
Look, I want you to come with me when I do this. That is a fact. Obviously, I'm not going
you
to
can't get rid of me when we do.
I wouldn't expect to, because I would get an earful from you if I left you behind.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do anything until after your kids are born and you have recovered.
That's not gonna take long. If Cinder has anything to say about it afterwards.
Probably. But even still...
She will want to jump into the danger and go, I am free. Free from the clutches of pain.
Sounds about right. No. It'll be something that I'll figure out at some point, as to the finer details. Getting in is easy.
Girls trip.
Yeah. Getting in is easy. Getting it
Getting out.
and getting out is going to be a lot harder.
Wouldn't doubt it. If what you say is true, these guys are then very persistent, and they're probably searching the globe, or even that piece of whole plane just to find you. And I don't think your dad will want to let you out of his grasp.
No,
Why does he want to get you?
because I'm a half-breed. Elves of Lunai fall under two categories. Full blood, half blood. Depending on where you live and where and such, what the laws are in those areas. Half-bloods can be seen as anywhere from a blight to welcomed.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm guessing he chooses the former.
Correct. I lived in a place where it is... I lived in probably one of the more strictest cities. Half-bloods and half-breeds of elves that are found are not necessarily, tolerated. If one is
now
found...
you're making me want to not be happy about this guy, and I've never met him.
I was born and raised in Elismira, one of the great capitals of Lunai. And in fact, it is where the ruling family lives. That is where...
Oh.
Yes. I was born in that city. Depending on where you go in Lunai, many cities, many towns, a lot of them are actually rather tolerant and welcoming of half-elves. Just depends on where you're going. But there are just as many that if they find out that you are a half-breed, you either are told, leave immediately, or you are taken away, and you are never seen again. Elismira is that. Those who are found to be half-breeds are taken away and never seen again. Hence why, when I got found, yeah.
You had to run. They would have just...
Yes.
And I'm only gonna guess that takeaway and never seen again. They're taking somewhere that no one sees, and our public image of the city is just fine, as per usual with what capital do.
For the most part, yes. It's not necessarily hidden knowledge. Let's put it that way. It is built into elven culture for the most part. Again, it just depends on where you go. Some elven areas are just much more...
Lenient?
Yeah. But there, as I said, there's just as many who just won't tolerate it at all.
Yeah. There are some villages that are like, they're very, very strict on humans only, and if you're something other than that, you know, get tossed out, or you're that bad, like say you're... I've seen a couple villages like you're a tiefling or something like that, you're just gone. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah,
That happens here, and it's...
I know.
In fact, Mocha's told me it's a little worse where she is. Well, she's from. Where she's from, Kitsues are used as just objects and tools for people. They don't really get any personalities or anything. They're strictly put under lock and keys and chains just for that reason. Because they know that they're very powerful creatures. And if, at best, they're killed, they defy anyone else.
I see.
And they haven't stopped hunting both May and Mocha down.
I think I remember seeing chatter about that in the Aegis communications. It was a while ago, though.
Yeah. Before this whole thing happened. Not too long before our LF raid, they attacked May and Mocha when they were out again. If Jaden, I, and Imperial hadn't come, I would have probably put a child that was only 14 and Mocha was only 300 to change. Those chains are specific too. They're meant to cut off mana supply. May was literally seeing my own kid literally be put into that. Ooh, I wasn't ready to give any sympathy.
I don't blame
Or it
you.
sounds like I'm going to give. Nor it sounds like if these people are after you, I'm gonna give them any sympathy.
Honestly, it doesn't surprise me.
Nah, I'd let Cinder just go to town. The moment they see you and start attacking, it's all over. It's game over. I'm not letting Cinder just hold back from that. He knows how I feel now. Of people who hurt the people I care about. There's no mercy.
I know. At the very least, I don't have to worry about them being here. In this vastness. As far as I'm
Hopefully
aware,
they
there
never
is...
figure out plane travel.
No, they don't know how to do that at all. I can guarantee you that.
Good, they're not.
Unless somehow... Look. I'm just gonna say, I don't want to know if that's even probable or not. So I'm not even gonna say it. But as far as I'm aware, they will not find me here.
And even if they do, none of us, I think, would hold back on them.
No.
They stepped into our territory. They stepped in the wrong neighborhoods. And they're about to get punished for it. The same thing that happened with Mocha and Miz. Anyone fucks around with you or anyone I care about, they have forfeited their existence in life. Ergo, I'll either kill them or just take them prisoner and tell them to fuck off.
Yeah. There is a small, bright glimmer of hope for Lunai. There was talks that the king, and to note, Lunai's governing body is based out of Elismira. The royal family lives there. There are 3 continents.
Monarchy.
Yes, there are 3 continents in Lunai. The other 2 continents and much of the land throughout the world are controlled by the elves. The other 2 continents basically have mirror city-state-esque capitals. They are the governing bodies for each of the continents, but they answer to the Elismirian throne. So if the Elismirian throne says, yes, they answer to the king regardless, but they can do their things so long as it doesn't impede in anything that the king decrees. Or queen, whoever's sitting on the throne. There was talk and rumors going around that the next in line to the throne was one who was sympathetic to half-breeds.
That'd be nice.
Yes,
I'd change the government.
indeed. But if such a change is to come about, it wouldn't be for well over a century.
If that change does happen, because people would love to snuff that out. That's the
Indeed.
thing.
But the next in line to the throne actually has a good rapport with the populace. Very good rapport from last I heard. So we will see. But if that comes to pass, yes, it won't be for at least another century, or if something happens. But
Let's hope it doesn't.
The seat of power, at least in terms of the throne, doesn't change unless the current holder of the throne passes or chooses to relinquish. Last I heard, when I was in Lunai, there was talk of the king choosing to step down at one point.
Old age, probably, at that point. And they live a long time. I'm
Around...
surprised.
Elves normally in our world live for approximately 5 centuries, give or take.
Jesus Christ. It's a long time.
It is indeed. And as you recall, I recently became of age, which is I turned 100. Yes. But the king is currently getting close to that. So it would make sense if he chose to step down, he would pass it on to his successor.
Yep. If there's an heir, yeah. Definitely do it.
Well, he definitely does have an heir. And like I said, they're the one who is the one who wishes to make changes, at least from what I heard. So, who knows when that will happen. But we can only hope that it will happen.
I think at least it will.
Regardless of the matter, I and my siblings, as far as we are aware, we will endure. We will live. Celine is over 1800. Over 3 times our what would have been
Like I
our
said-
normal life expectancy.
I probably seem like a baby. I'm only 28. I seem like a very small baby.
No. You're a very smart and talented woman. And I am very happy to call her sister and friend.
I think I had to after many years of, as I've said, running myself.
Yeah. But
More
we
than
shall
likely,
see.
the little ones will also be like that. Not the running part, but they'll just have a chance more than I did.
But we shall see. It is my hope that the heir will take the throne. The worst thing would be that if there is no heir to the throne, it then gets passed to a vote to one of the other 3 royal families. The other 2 are the ones who currently rule over the other 2 continents. So each continent is ruled by a family, essentially, that all answer to the throne.
King's the hierarchy, 3 others, technically noble families that they answer to.
Correct.
And 2 of them govern over the capital.
Correct. The current family that holds the seat of Elasmira is of House Kaisel. They have held the throne for many, many centuries. Now, is it possible that the other 2 families could take control of the throne? Yes. Without having the need of the current ruling family not having an heir or successor. Yes, they could push for it. It is a complicated process, last I heard, but it could be done. And yeah, and it's something that basically gets, from what I remember reading in my lessons and whatnot while growing up, basically would need to secure the support of the council as well as the populace, and there has to be basically a legitimate reason to want to push the current ruler out and the ruling family out.
So it's like a councilman's seat.
Kind
There's the
of.
king, and then you have his council of the nobles, who literally will usually follow under
Not
orders
nobles.
and also rule something.
Not nobles. The council of basically the royal throne is made up of representatives from all the races within Lunai. Equally,
Okay.
I might add. So equal seats for the elves, humans, dwarves, and some of the other beastkin races that are there. Each of them have their own representatives. Each of them has their own seat at the council. And they do get rotated out every 10 years, I think. And they can't serve again on the council for a set time, if memory serves me correctly. It's been a while since I've looked into my world's politics, let's put it that way. I haven't really needed to.
Do you want to, is that... exactly.
Haven't needed to. It's more so I haven't needed to.
Exactly. It's... Politics are...
Yes, but it is more so... The king technically makes, for the most part, all the decisions. The council is what basically advises the king, but they also can direct, in a way, and, like, determine whether or not, if they shouldn't do things. But obviously the king holds power enough to essentially do what he wants to a point.
Very bad thought.
Yeah.
The king holds the talking stick. No one else can defy the man with the talking stick. That's my thing. I've been looking at videos. And I've been playing video games. I have nothing to.
You know what?
Do.
Fair. But yes, that's that for the most part. I think there actually is. If memory serves me correctly, I do believe the dragons actually hold a seat. If I remember correctly, I do believe that they do. The dragons of
Would be
Lunai
one
are
of
very
the-
interesting.
That one it sounds like there was multiple beastkins too, so I wouldn't be surprised. Dragons are quite magical and quite powerful, so I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have a seat or have people that represent them.
Mm-hmm. The dragons of Lunai are very much... Most dragons you would hear about, at least in the various worlds that I hear from and stories that I've heard and such, they like to, keep to themselves. They like to not bother. They don't want people coming near them and such. All that type of things. Yes, to a point that is true with the dragons of Lunai.
They're different.
Very much so, actually. In fact, the vast majority of them actually enjoy coming down and conversing. They actually, a lot of them will come and live within the cities. Like, they'll have places set aside for them and such. They want to be a part of the life of the world.
That
And
still sounds like they're respectable, too.
quite. A lot of them...
They don't
well,
think they're above people. They think they're just like them.
Oh, there's a few that are like that. Don't get me wrong. There's a few
Oh.
that are like that. But those, for the
Not
most part,
that.
they will keep to themselves. And you cross their territory, well, yeah, they will come out and fight you. And they'll, they will not be happy. But a lot of them are just happy to live amongst the peoples. They will,
Sounds like-
teach, they will advise, they will protect if need be. And there are
Sounds
there
like
are
some
those who will just
shows-
simply want to be by themselves, which they will live where they so please. Most of them will be tolerant to those coming to visit them. They don't necessarily mind, but there are obviously those who, if you cross their territory, you more than likely will not have a very friendly dragon coming after you.
I guess you
And
usually should be respectful if you do cross a dragon's territory, because that's...
yes, and there is a phrase among Lunai that is basically a warning. Don't wake the sleeping dragon, lest you are ready for the fire that will rain down upon you. Quite literally in some cases.
Are they kind of like some dragons here, or some dragons that you hear in stories of different colors, meaning different aspects of elements or nature? Or are they specifically one?
Yes?
Okay.
You
I
forget,
don't
my
know what
normal
different-
affinity was this. This was what I was born with.
Yeah.
This is what I gained,
by
because I
becoming
have
one.
the blood of a storm dragon within me. My siblings are of water, fire, wind, earth, ice. I am the first one to have combined elements. Whether or not it means anything, we don't know. But yes, there are storm dragons that are in Lunai. There are ones who have multiple elements. So, yeah.
I don't want to meet the fire dragon now. You're making me interested to meet the fire dragon.
You want to meet my my sister? You want to meet Latha?
Yeah. He sounds cool. Okay, give me that props. I'm a fire person. I want to meet other fire people.
She is one... A lot of people always like to assume personalities with elements. Water, for example,
Sometimes,
is
yeah.
always, calm, collected. Fire is always aggressive. Earth is
Oh,
kind of a mix. Wind is just around. Ice would be
Free-flowing,
cold.
pretty much.
Yeah, ice would be cold and stuff like that. They would be harsh to you and serious. No.
I think it's fun when they're the opposite of the trait that people usually associate with.
They very much are, in a way. Selene is what you would expect from a water dragon. She's very knowledgeable. She actually does a lot of studying, a lot of researching. She's also very kind-hearted. She works to help others, very much so. And she looks out for us all. She's the eldest. Leitha is the second eldest sister. She's the fire one. She's not fire-tempered. That's the best way. She is
She's
one...
cooled off.
In a way, yeah. She's one who isn't afraid to just simply want to talk things out. Until you actually anger her, and then you get the typical fire dragon mentality of, well, you've really just angered a fire dragon, and that's not something you really want to do.
Like I said, she sounds cool. She sounds cool, just like all the other siblings. It sounds. Plus, learning fire from a fire dragon, where most of the time the association of that element is with dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Or with nature in general. There's like dragons, phoenixes, and other things that technically are all associated with fire. Who learn from those genuine, old, and sometimes very knowledgeable creatures is something that I think people should try to do. So learning from a fire dragon would be cool to do. Plus,
She
she and I
definitely
could just
can-
have a fun conversation.
She probably would. She's actually... Do you remember the day that it was my birthday? And somehow the crystal decided to pick up on me singing through it? The other voice who was singing was her. That was Leitha.
You guys both have beautiful voices, not gonna lie.
Thank you. It's not something I do often. But
Enjoyable to
yes.
hear.
She is the one who will be the first to come to our aid if we need it. She is very much the protector.
I can see big sister mentality with a lot of little siblings.
Yeah.
One will take responsibility when shit hits the fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I was, since I was the only sister. My brothers, something happened and they needed a clear head or a girl's fucking attributes. They either looked to me or mom, and usually it was me because I gave them slack.
Fair.
I would say never piss off an Azamar with flaming wings that could probably catch you faster. And she has a chancla in her hands. That's terrifying.
Noted.
My dad and my mom would always have the relationship if she could kick his ass faster. I usually were squared up when it came to that.
I could believe it.
She was... My brothers say apparently I look and act like her too much. And then I have that temper and that ruggedness, but I'm willing to be always kind and gentle first. I don't have her wings. I don't have the aspects Mom had. There's
Doesn't
something else.
mean you don't know, you still don't have. You may not have them. Doesn't mean that you're not like her though. Those attributes are still you.
Hope I'm making her proud then. Wherever she might be.
I'm sure you are.
only thing I need to figure out is how to get her wings and how she did it.
Can't help
Boys
you
all
there.
Yeah, boys all... My brothers and siblings all got my dad's fucking strength, or... I think Dawn was the only one I think got mom's really quick tongue, in that she and him could lash back at someone when it came to a verbal argument or agreement.
Hmm. Yeah. I
Like
think
I
you
said,
and Latha would get
still
along
would be
quite
cool.
well. You and Latha would probably get along quite well.
Just makes me
Then-
excited to meet them then.
Then there's Kveson, the first of my brothers. He is the wind dragon.
Ooh.
His was the form I took when we were down in the dream.
Oh.
Then you have the twins, Ayan and Yela. Ayan is of earth, Yela is ice.
Huh. Two opposite elements.
Indeed, which is
Twins.
quite fascinating. And then, yeah, they're twins. Which is,
Usually twins share aspects, or share those things, but...
well, fraternal twins will do that. They don't necessarily share similar traits. They share some, but not all. And then you have me. I'm the youngest.
If all your siblings technically are as kind and gentle as you are, I can expect at least to more often than not get along with them.
Oh, you would get along with them quite well. I can guarantee you that.
That's so cool, though. I'm sorry. My excitement there is seeing. I guess you could say I'm not always used to seeing other races or interacting with different people like that. As well, I'm used to it now. I wasn't used to it back then. Back then it was just few people from the village I used to live in, and then my family, which were all different. So, and then when I'd interact outside of that, couldn't really tell people what I was, because some of them knew. They would be all, oh god, it's something that came into the village. It wasn't a person, it's a creature. And
Yeah.
the spiel of lifetime.
Yeah.
Kinda why I still, even to then now, even though I know people most of the time know what I am, or it's something I don't need to hide, still do. Just tell people I'm human with a little demon companion in my head for easier sake.
I mean, if people ask what I am, I just simply say I'm an elf and I just use glamours.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what I was doing before I got discovered. I was hiding all of this with glamours. Until someone dispelled it, and that's how they found out.
Probably if you really knew that, there could be something we could try and find. I really needed to get one of those again.
I can hide my scales if I so choose with another glamour spell. I have the ability to cast it. I just don't bother now. If I go to Lunai, I will
Don't
do
need
so.
to.
Because, well, I need to.
Yeah.
But out here, no, I'm just a little bit more cautious with who I tell, but for the most part, it's just not something
That's a given here.
Yeah.
That's why, for me, I wear that little badge all the time. Hides that it's those with people fucking soul sight that love to do it. Look into people's souls without... people look into people's souls without consent. That's what always gave me away. The moment anyone had soul sight, they see what... And I could tell all the lies in the world, but it wouldn't hide from what your soul can... Never met a village that would turn so fast when someone had soul sight. It'd only take a few minutes.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I don't mind as much telling people, but I'm always still very careful when it comes to new people finding out. It's... Now telling people is more of a trust thing. If I trust you, it means you know what I am.
That's fair.
Like, when I told them on, it was because I told them to trust them. Like, saying it because people have mixed opinions about creatures like that.
It makes sense, though.
It does. I'd still love to hear stories about when I had siblings. Because I have plenty of my own.
There's quite a few out there, I could probably tell you. Some, though, would have to be at a much later time, but...
Well, yes, especially if... Hey, if the time gets closer of us planning to go there, of course I want to know things about that place, so I'm ready. The more I know, the more I can plan. The more I can plan, the more things might not be able to jump us so quickly.
There is one in particular that I will tell you before we go to Linai. I can guarantee you that.
Okay.
But the others, well,
Awesome.
when the mood is right for it.
Yeah. I mean, whenever you feel like it. I'm not gonna say, sorry, like, you need to tell me all this thing. No. No. Tell me in your own time and when you feel like it. Gives me more stories to tell also to little ones. And May, who loves
I love stories as well.
That little kid could hear stories for hours. Bored. It's a bright child that's growing up. Much better environment than what she had. Glad
Indeed.
we were able to provide that. Talks so much now, comparative to when we first met her.
Yeah.
Not afraid anymore of us. She's happy. And she's very healthy growing up.
That's good. She deserves that.
Was the environment she had, and the mother she lost. She warmed up to it really fast. Now she's... The moment something's wrong, I think all of us, May, well, Mocha, myself, and Indriel jump into action. Just to help her. And she's going to school now, so she's being kids her age. Work with, be friends with.
That's good.
And hopefully, when these two are born, they won't have to run like I did. I'll have both their parents. Be able to get along with their big sister. And they'll probably have an easier life comparative to your ethereal living.
Hey,
Mocha too.
you've got a lot more now than you had then. We both do.
Yeah. It was through a lot of struggle, but yeah. I'm glad we do.
Hmm.
That's why, once they're born, I'm wanting to take care of that issue too. Part of me wants to abolish those guilds in general. Get rid of them so that we're not hunted down and that our race can flourish a lot.
That's understandable.
But I know that some points that Nephilims are going to be always hunted down or discriminated because they are not. They can do some horrible things, as I've seen my oldest brother do. He never gave people a chance and would slaughter people when he felt like it. But I know that we've also tried to do good. Not all of us are going to be horrible. It's just if you give people a chance. I want to just take that guy down. I want to stop all those guilds from operating.
You will. And I'll be right there beside you when we do it.
It's gonna be tough though.
Well, I know. But, see, here's the thing. We have a lot of help we can call upon.
Now that my brothers are technically my dad's, but gonna be a lot more help. I asked them, hey, taking down a giant problem that's been plaguing our brothers for years. I think they'll definitely, at least Void would offer all the help he could from his kingdom.
I mean, if you asked, Q probably would too.
I'd be scared of telling Q because I think she would want to wipe them out too. I'm dying. I want to leave some of them alive.
Okay, hold on. Q.
No, please. I'm not ready yet. And that's the plan. I still need to get ready with. As I've talked to Hezekiah about it, and that we need to actually figure out where. Because we know that, as far as I've figured out, those hunters are operating and someone's giving them pay to do this. They're in it for the money, especially him.
Yeah.
The question is also, where did they get a relic that could kill our kind? Is the question.
Probably someplace that we don't want to know the answer to. Let's put it that way.
I do.
Well, yeah, I know
I
you
want to
do.
get rid of those out.
I do too.
I want to. Those things are dangerous, and I know of only one other instance that someone else knew about relics like, and that was someone who was close to both of my brothers. And that person was dead. Now. They passed on something to Curry that is technically meant to kill our kind, and he, I don't think, has let it out of sight, or probably put it in some place and forgot about it, but someplace that wouldn't be reached easily. I know Curry about that.
Yeah. But that is talk
Those
for another time,
objects-
though.
Yeah. Objects are dangerous, is what I'm saying.
I know. I'm aware. But
Still
isn't-
reminded that are.
But it's not something we need to worry about now.
Not now, but it's always in the back of my head. Especially with little ones. I'm worried every day.
I know. And if they try anything, well, they're gonna piss off a lot of people. Me being the worst of them.
I am scared of you. Avoid doing it. I would be scared also of my dad, but then again, my dad, he still needs a lot of training from here to get back to what he used to be. His strength is still not fully there. I can still feel
I mean,
it. Something's
I'm not
missing.
gonna, you know, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I definitely would not tear them limb from limb. Not at all.
I know you. I know you. I know Boyd would. I know Sin definitely would, because he's done it before. Yeah, I'm very aware that multiple people, if they given them the chance to go ham against Nephilim hunters, they would definitely take it and murder them. But there's that part of me that goes...
There is a part of me
Guess
that
it's
is
the
like
nice
the same
part of
too.
me.
In a similar vein,
That's nice.
I do share similar thoughts, like you. But then I am reminded that if these people are left to go around doing what they're doing, they will simply hurt others. I've told you what happens when people with ill intent find their way into Elysion. Chasing down others or somehow finding a way in. Those are individuals who will never see the light of day again. And I have made sure of that personally. And
Just...
I know.
It
I know.
always feels wrong to do. That's not something I'll do.
Good. Because if you actually enjoy taking other people's lives, then I would be very concerned. I don't. Will I do it, though, to protect what I care about? Yes. Without hesitation.
Yeah. Especially nowadays. Seen too much to just sit back when someone's, you know, doing that. To just sit back and continue. Sometimes, as I've continued to learn from certain people like Sin, that sometimes you need to eliminate the problem to actually fix it. Much as I don't wanna. Much as I hate doing it.
Indeed.
Much as every time I take someone's life that is person or something with sentience, that I don't think that am I just as bad as my brothers.
I know.
Am I just as bad as them? It scares me because I don't want to be. I chose to pick up his sword so I could protect people. Do with that sword has always done. It's caused more bloodshed.
I know. I know.
It's a scary thought, Evan. It scares me.
Like you, I'm scared of things too, of what I could do. I'm scared of what I'll eventually potentially become. I know, partially, what will happen to me. But what happens when it does, I don't know. And that's what scares me. But the one thing that I know, I'm not going to be alone. And neither are you.
I'm not here. Not if you, Boyd, Sariel, Mocha, leave me alone. think you all would bug me until the day I let you do.
Yeah,
Take my
pretty
last
much.
breath.
No, see, I wouldn't even just bug you.
What?
I just open the portal and I
Oh,
take you.
Don't steal me like Nomi does. I can't believe also yesterday she literally just stole Ethereal and go, okay, we're going in the queue hole.
No, no,
I don't
that's
know
normal. That's honestly normal.
And what I always worried about also. Person I'm with that I wasn't to spend the rest of my life with. Technically. Human. But at any moment, I'm always terrified that he doesn't come back from a mission. Or he comes back and his life is...
I know.
He doesn't have a cinder in his head telling him, oh, stay alive. You need to stay alive, but make sure you're...
Yeah. We do the best that we can. That's the main thing. We do the best that we can.
I did not marry that man without realizing he's gonna get hurt. For knowing that he wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
My stupid thought always also, and correct me if I'm fucking wrong, but you and Nomi seem very close.
You realize she has a partner, right?
Yes, but so do me and Ethereal.
Don't think she swings that way. Close as in close friends, yes. I have grown fond of her friendship. In terms of like that, no.
I mean, even if it doesn't ever result to that, still good friends are always good to have.
Yeah.
And surprise will always hit you out of nowhere sometimes, because believe me, I don't think me and Ethereal were expecting to have a girlfriend.
Fair, fair. Though, I don't see that happening between Nomi and I. Don't see that happening.
Like I said, my curiosities were there. That was it.
Fair enough.
Curiosities satiated. We're good.
Fair, fair.
You ever miss your hometown? Where you grew up? For the longest time?
Yes. Very much so. Still do. Still do. Has it been... Having a place, being able to do what I can do on Elysion has helped immensely. Does it fill the gap? No. Nothing ever will.
Of course not. It's where you grew up and lived. I don't think anything can replace it.
In similar vein of missing my family. Though I am fortunate that I have Q, honestly. she's helped a lot, especially since last week.
I was going to also ask. You never did mention your mom.
Like my
If
father,
it's too...
she... Though not as harsh as what he did,
shared his value.
yes.
It's what I don't get with some people. Why? When you have kids, you should love them regardless of who and how they are. Why? It just seemed like to turn against them.
I wish I had an answer for that. I don't.
Like I said, you're painting them in the very bad light, and that makes me more frustrated.
Mm. That's why Q has helped to fill that gap. She's... I see her in a similar vein as how I do to my mother. There is a comfort in that. And when the events of last week unfolded, my emotions were very low, to say the least.
I'd be surprised if they weren't.
That night, she sang to me. She sang to me. It helped. It helped a lot.
I'm glad it did.
Yeah.
You, I think, always will be like a model of all the show.
Yeah. She does view us as children to her, in a way.
Yeah.
And I'm glad for her presence.
Though she could never replace my mother. No one could that.
No one
I
ever
still
can.
feel like her and someone else. Yeah, and her and someone else that I know. Almost like mother figure for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Besides Q, there's one other person I see as more of a mother figure like, and that always was taking care of me and many others.
Hmm.
Ibris's mother. Her name's Bruh. She is, or used to be, the queen of the sirens and the Naya. She's strong. Don't fuck with her in a fight. She's scary strong.
Fair enough.
But she was always, even to us having only had a short meeting with her and had moments where we would hang out. Very much mother.
Some people are just like that.
Yeah. She is someone I asked for to be my midwife for the kids. I'm gonna need it. She's a mom herself. She adopted hybrids and loves her grandkids. Used to be one of the scarier agents who used to work at it. Knew Ion for when he first started. She's known Ethereal just as long.
Long time indeed.
Her husband's even really nice too. He's a necromancer technically. Not traditional. He is very much a white necromancer. He delves into more of the healing and preserving of life instead of taking.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. He's actually, I think the times I've seen him, he's always been in medical and when it was really serious. Back then when we didn't have many healers. And he came on station. It meant that someone was very close to death, and that was always a good thing he was there. I think he healed Ethereal one time. Let's see if I can remember correctly. And those two are definitely... Those two worked way too well. She's gonna be helping me through all this time. I'm gonna need it. I know. Jack shit about actually having kids. At least know the process, a little bit of it. Clueless when it comes to the birthing process and everything. All I know is it's very painful, and I'm definitely wanting medication. I'm not putting Cinder through that. I'm not putting myself through that. I know Cinder would start complaining in my head, and I want a headache while I'm birth.
You know what? Fair enough.
No.
Just put Cinder to sleep, and then you go through it, then wake her back up again.
That's hard. That is very hard to do.
And yet she does it to
She goes
you
to
quite
sleep
easily,
herself.
unfortunately.
I don't know how she does it either. I can't do it to her. It's the weirdest
wish
thing
I
of our
knew how.
connection.
I wish I knew how.
He and I are a little better than we used to be, so. And now we're eventually, once we do have kids, gonna start looking into something. Specifically pertaining to her, apparently. The flashes of memories we keep getting.
Well, if you want my help, you'll have but to ask.
Yeah. Apparently we haven't gotten any lately. Haven't really gotten any memories or anything that can do that. It seems like it has to happen in them. And they're...
Honestly,
None of them are consecutive.
honestly, at that point, it's probably better. 'Cause then at least it's not something that is just gonna show up and stress you even more.
One showed up during a mission. It was when Saga got taken. I just flashed and saw a burning building when it was actually burning. The environment and everything looked so much different, and a flashlight seemed smaller,
I couldn't tell you.
which is, yeah, no, it's something. What we do know, as far as we know, is that it's not my memories, and Cinder is still figuring that out. Every time she remembers, it's either hard for her to face, or she gets a massive headache when it happens. And
Well,
those visions are almost seen way into the past on anything.
I think if anything, what answers there are, they will come in time. Better to not try and and attempt to pursue it.
We're looking into what the memories are, and we might ask eventually Q for the memory crystals that she can do. We can like have them so we don't have to like me trying to keep remembering them and giving Cinder a fucking headache.
Fair enough.
And with our bond continuing to get stronger, I haven't had someone look at Ole and judge where because when we first got bonded, we were very, apparently, someone else very close. And the last consecutive time I had Sin look at my souls, they were like this, maybe. And just, tied to them both, and I don't know how close they are now since we've gotten way, way more in tune with what we do.
Find that out later, and then tell me.
Oh.
You feeling okay?
Tired.
You want to go lay down and rest?
Kind of. I could probably rest here too. I'd be fine.
I wouldn't mind. I'm not gonna say no.
I know.
Besides, pulls out small bottle.
Dragon's blood?
Mm-hmm.
Plan to probably do some of that with meditation. It might help. And Cinder keep bloodedness.
Pulls out and sets a box on your lap.
Let's go make a Okay. I get something to. Well, it's if and when we do meditations more. I know this. Once maternity leave's over, I know Hezekiah's gonna put me through the drills. Oh, I'm not ready for that. I'm gonna be sore by the end of that.
Probably.
He'll go, have you retained your energy? Alright, Boulder.
See, he would just do, he just does that. I'm just like, okay, grab. I can't throw it at him,
Yeah,
so I just toss it behind me at that point.
Yeah, I just usually now eat up the boulder as quick as I can. His walls are getting easier and easier as I remember to get down. But I was able to still train.
The last time I fought him, I got through his stone skin, which was
Yeah, his stone skin's...
interesting.
I would say be careful when you do get through it. His chest is something I always worry about.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's fixed the coughing fit that he's had.
Hmm.
He thinks I don't notice some of the things that he does, like a coughing fit or the medication he constantly does. I think Lynn's been trying to keep that and watch him about that.
Probably. Well, as long as he's not
That is-
pushing himself.
I tell him not to.
And do people listen? Nope.
Not always. Not always. I understand that.
Alright. Take your picks. Yes. Where do you want to go?
Refuge. Probably be easier to nap on the bed. Unless I stay here and nap on the grass, which I don't mind, but I know that'd be uncomfortable. Little ones.
Alright then.
Sitting there for so long, I was like, yeah, I'm.
No, yeah, I was gonna sit down on my beanbag chair, and if I had done that, I probably would have zonked. I would have gone EP.
Oh,
I would have gone
you
EP.
crashed out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would have gone EP.
You crash out.
Yup.
It's okay. Also, my chat was saying about to start the whispers. Don't do that.
What the fuck?
Don't give
What the fuck?
no whispers. We don't need those. We don't need those right now.
And whispers can go
We
fuck
don't need
off.
spooky whispers. If it's the same whispers we've heard. Oh, she was also when we were talking about the losing control part. So I
Yeah.
was about to say, yeah, I know what that's like. Madness War was like that.
See, that's the thing though too. Like that's something that's been genuinely on the back of her mind because both Krewar and Q have told her that there is a storm brewing inside of her. And what happens when the bottle? Oh no, no, come back. Damn it. Welp. Well, shit. God damn it. I'm disappointed now. I'm so disappointed. What the fuck? Alright, fine. God damn it. Also, I think Callie wants to do a little fun thing, and then once I finish that, then I will hop off and I will switch to 16. Did I enjoy myself? Yes. And you guys got to get a little bit more insight? Question mark? Yeah. Yeah, you got a little bit more insight on things.
We love internet problems.
Hell yeah.
No.
No, yeah.
The time she's felt like she's lost control is when Cinder sometimes does take over and go, I have to fucking do it.
You know,
The other
yeah.
time was Madness War, and that Madness War fucked with her because it's why she's like, I can't have more than one voice in my head. Cinder's okay. More than one of that, no. It's because the madness, what it does is it fucks with your head.
Oh,
and
yeah.
carrying so many it's like a hive mind and an overwhelming screaming level voice is going, join us in the fire. And she just goes, nope, I don't want to do that anymore. That's a problem with the soulbound sword. She has to be really careful using that once in a while because it acts like that.
It will do
But
that,
she
yeah.
knows there's one prominent voice she knows to focus on because she's like, okay, it's your voice I keep hearing, not the screaming well, but your voice.
Kimmy's just in my chat. She's just like, we have houses. I just haven't put them in the map. She's like, I would have said that sooner, but I was stuck in ad hell. We'll get bed. No,
We have houses.
How are you?
We'll get beds.
Yeah.
We'll get beds. It's okay. We'll do it, Kimmy. We'll get better beds.
So Callie wants to do a 1v1 with Cynthia. Do you want to come watch? It's Hammy versus Cynthia.
I'm technically wanting to go start playing Final Fantasy VII because I have not. I wanted to start that. I'm
gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go switch to 16 because I need to play more 16 because of what fucking Dagger's doing.
I know. I have not played any of 16. I got 7. I'm good. I'll go for
7 Remake was so good. I very much enjoyed 7 Remake.
I've never played 7. Period. So this
Same.
would be my first
I didn't either.
Playthrough.
I didn't either.
Worth it.
No, I enjoyed 7 Remake. I very much enjoyed 7 Remake. Because I went into that knowing like I know 7's story decently well to a point.
I went in some things.
Yeah.
I just don't know everything.
Yeah, I went into it basically with like, okay, it's 7, but it's an alternate telling of 7. It's a different variant of it. It's like a different reflection.
Yeah.
Also, girl got updated.
Ooh.
She has new shoes.
Shoes.
Yeah, I changed out. We changed out her. So she has new shoes for this outfit, and we took the long skirt thing off because it was fucking getting annoying. But also, this particular outfit also has different shoes.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah. Also,
I'd love to put that on Saya's model. Her eyes are greener.
yeah,
Her eyes are greener.
her eyes have changed.
Kaiga's probably eventually gonna work on a Robo Saya so she can actually do things.
Or
Some form of happy. Yeah, because it's basically gonna be just a robot body she's controlling, which that's not unheard of.
Yeah. But yeah,
I was telling him I need to have a disguise model at some point of Saya just going undercover and not looking like herself, and she'd go by a different name, like what she did in LF4. She'd go by Matchstick because of the way it works.
Yeah.
She wants to keep that as an alias. A very good, slow, like a good alias to go under when she wants to not be. She wants to be anonymous as much as possible, even though it's just a name change.
Yep. Okay.
A disguise would just be that.
Yeah. There's a reason why her eyes changed too. There's a reason why her eyes changed.
More mana. Yeah, it's that thing. It's that.
Smile.
Saya was worried. That's why Saya felt so bad leaving Cynthia when that happened, because she's like, I can't do anything. I fucking hate it.
Anyways, Callie's invited me. Do you want to come watch or no?
I'm gonna go switch to 7 and start playing
Okay.
that, 'cause I have a long night.
Alrighty. Have fun. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna switch to 16 and, cause yeah, I'm at a key point, one of the first key points of 16 story, and when I was going through it, my GPU was just like, ha, we can't render this particular scene. Close the game.
No.
But if I knew if I rebooted it, I would get it. It would work properly. But I have to do a whole thing, like another fight beforehand. I'm just like, I didn't want to deal with that. I'm just like, God damn it. So we're gonna get past that tonight. Yeah, we're gonna get past that tonight. Anyways, I will see you later. Thank you for the wonderful scene.
Alright, I want to actually give this, I want this to be Saya's Phoenix getup, because This outfit just fits. It slays.
I like it.
It is it is Qingli's outfit from Wuwa, and that is technically I didn't even realize I gave her that implications because in Wuthering Waves, this is technically a phoenix-like character.
Hell
I
yeah.
didn't even realize. I just liked her fucking outfit.
There you go. Alright, I'll see you later.
Good luck.
Bye.
Fight your hardest battles.
I will.
Don't fight your easiest ones. Fight your hardest.
Oh boy. Okay, so while that's loading, I'm going to go and adjust some stuff real quick. Where is my nope. This one's that button. I'll be back 1 second.